Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to a brand new video. I've just made myself a cup of tea and I've been a little bit naughty today and I treated myself to a trip to Home Sense and Home Bargains, and I haven't been to Home Sense since February, maybe March, really long time, and I'm not actually going to share that haul with you because all I bought was Christmas and we are very much autumn mode at the moment, but I just do sometimes feel like the earlier you get that sort of stuff, the better finds you get. However, it is never too early for a Christmas biscuit. I've just sat back down after coming back out from the morning and I got some emails to head through and I'm starving. Absolutely Hank Marvin, so that was not great. There we go. It is time for the first Christmas biscuit of the year. These are my favourites, just the very best. I've got a lovely cup of tea. I've actually got some lovely things to share with you that I've been ordering, which we can do in a second, but I will save my Christmas Home Sense haul until we're a little bit closer because very aware we're still pumpkin mode and I'm still pumpkin mode. I feel really Christmassy early this year. I feel like it's going to be a lovely Christmas. Anyway, beginning the vlog with a tea and a biscuit. And these are just the best. I was supposed to be in Scotland next week. I've pushed it back slightly because I had an opportunity reach my emails this morning, which I can't turn down. So Scotland isn't going to be for another few vlogs. I'm yet to talk to all the hotels to rejig the dates, but it is going to be an epic trip. I have honestly got some incredible hotels involved and it's literally throughout Scotland, so it is going to be amazing. So anyway, welcome to a new vlog. Well. Let's begin with Home Bargains because I've got a hefty old bag. So you saw my biscuits. My biscuits went down a right treat. This is a very boring haul, but I have the Flash Power Mop and I needed the Flash Power Mop spray. But the main reason that I'm showing you this boring cleaning haul, the Sephora Cozy Moments collection. Honestly, the most incredible scented stuff in the whole entire world. And I like it because it's not that Christmassy. It really just is a cozy, warming smell. It's delicious. So I've got the carpet spray. I've got two of these sort of antibacterial sprays. They're fantastic for like grease and grime, so I've got one for the bathroom, one for the kitchen, and I also got the actual disinfectant as well in the same scent because it's really nice to pop a little bit of this, like a capful, in with towels, with bedding, and obviously in the sinks and stuff as well. Do love my Sephora. And then the last few bits that I picked up were just some new minky sponges. I've got the grey one, I've got the pink one, and then I've also got like a little scrubby brush as well. So anyway, that's the boring haul over and done with, out the way. Now let's get on to the exciting stuff because I treated myself to some lovely things on Next. We also are excusing the state of me. My skin is going through it at the moment, so I'm trying to just not wear makeup all the while I'm at home and don't need to. Very excited about this haul. Ooh. This is heavier than I thought this was going to be. Is that all that's in here? Wow! This might not be everything that's coming. Is this going to fit in my kitchen? I don't think it is. I think it's lovely. But I got myself a big bread bin. I just think that's going to be far too big. I'm just trying to think, I have no space left for something like that. So I'll have to return that, which is actually really sad, but it's beautiful. I'll leave everything linked. But I do that in a lovely sage green as well, which I nearly bought, but that's quite big, isn't it? And I've only got a very small kitchen. I want it. I really want it. I'm a bread girl. But I feel like if that's all that was in that box, I've got a couple of bags as well, but I do feel like that might be not all my order, potentially. What have we got in here? Oh, the lady that needs no more mugs is myself, and I just got myself this little Paddington Bear mug. Bridget, you're killing your toys. Nice teeth. Do you want to show everyone your teeth? No? Maggie's coming. But No, I just thought this was very, very cute. I think it's Kazakhstan, isn't it? It's lovely. I love a good cozy mug, and this is a very lovely sized mug, you know. So that's for staying. Now this I'm really excited about. So obviously recently I've got myself a new coffee machine, which means I no longer really need the tea, coffee, sugar canisters, and I didn't like my other ones. They were just a little bit basic, and I've been on the hunt for a really nice tea caddy slash canister for a really long time. I couldn't find anything that I liked in America because I was really hoping I'd find something nice in New York. I went to Home Sense today, couldn't find anything, and I have already ordered this. I just want to make sure that it's a good size because I go through quite a lot of tea, and Harrods do lovely ones, but they're like 40 or 50 pounds and they're tiny. So I just want something, oh, I think I'm going to love this, that I can fit lots of tea in, and it's also going to look aesthetic on the side. Also, bathroom update. Bathroom's not yet finished. It's got quite a way to go, but I am going to give you a tour, I think, of where we're up to with it, because it could just do with a good clean. My decorator is off sick this week. He's got a snotty nose, so he's not here, and I've kind of... The issue is because he comes in and makes such a mess, I've not done a deep clean in such a long time because there's no point, whereas I'm at the point now where I just need my bathroom spotless, so we'll go and do that today. So much. I want to take this sticker off already. This is for staying. So it's a little vintage tea canister. They do this in the coffee and the sugar as well, but I only really need the tea now. How gorgeous is this? And I love the fact it's got the stoppers on the bottom as well. That's lovely, and that's going to fit many tea bags in. Really happy with that. That's really made me happy. I am still waiting, I think, on something else, because the other thing I don't think is in here. I might be wrong. Oh, there are some books. This might be everything then. Okay. So, I honestly think Next is a fantastic website. I think Next themselves, their own brand, I think everything is fantastic. I think the quality is usually always tip-top, and price-wise, I think everything is pretty bang on there as well. So I bought some little bits for Scotland, but also to wear on the everyday at home. I just love a good fleece, but I just loved the almost sort of flannel, tweedy vibe to this. Gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. It's 3/4 zip, it's so unbelievably soft. And again, this is Next itself. It doesn't have a hood, but super cozy, snud sort of collar. It's really very lovely, and it's fleecy on the inside as well, which I love. Yeah, I love that. And I think this was about £30. Doesn't say the price on here, but I think it was about £30. Also for Scotland, I've got myself some pyjamas, obviously. These are matching pyjamas, tartan side, and the black watch side too. I will try them on before I make my decisions, but they're so soft. They feel very warm, and I just feel like I need to go to Scotland with tartan pyjamas. I think you'll like this. I'm very excited for this one. They actually marketed this as a Christmas jumper, which obviously it will double up for me as one of those, but for Scotland it's a patchwork tartan. What else have we got on here? I don't know, but it's cozy, it's warm, it's snuggly. I actually want to do the drive up, I think, to Scotland in this. Oh, I love it. I really love it. Again, I'll try it on before I make my mind up, but I'm really upset that the bread bin is so big, because so far everything is staying. I also got myself this very lovely jumper as well. Again, I want to make sure that everything's not itchy, but I just thought this is so cute as well for driving, breakfast, walking around the Scottish Highlands. Lovely, just a really lovely sort of old-fashioned style jumper that your grandmother would have knitted you all those years ago. And I'm really happy that that sort of fashion is coming back in. I think timeless styles, where it comes to home cozy comforts, you just can't go wrong with a classic red knit, and that will also double up for Christmas too. No, I do think I'm still waiting on something. This is a new utensils jar. And lastly in here, something for Christmas, so I'll keep that one under wraps. But oh, also, before I clear up all this mess around me that I'm currently surrounded in, I've also just taken delivery from Fairfax and Favour. I've got a gorgeous blue box delivery. Pretty sure these are some new Reginas. Reginas, not that they ever left, but they are making a big comeback. So this is a new colour from Fairfax and Favour this autumn winter. It's called Fog, and I think it's just beautiful. It's kind of like a mossy green, mushroom brown hybrid colour, very countrified. I've got the flat Reginas. I just think sometimes it's a little bit easier to walk in them. And my top tip for walking these bad boys in, chuck some big thick socks on and walk them around the house, walk them around the office. And when you're at home, it doesn't matter if you're in your pyjamas and your Regina's walking around the house, obviously before you've walked in them outside. But it's the best way to break in any leather shoe. Well, on with the marigolds. Very sexy look. Have you ever seen me clean before? I feel like we've never done this sort of content. I got my hair cut. I re-blonded earlier, and you know when you come back from the hairdressers and your hair's just a little bit flat and everywhere? It's annoying me. Anyway, I'm gonna do my clean. I think we're maybe a little bit right. Steady down. That's better. I'm gonna do my clean, and then I'm gonna show you around my lovely bathroom, which is, as I say, it isn't complete, but it is now usable and fully functioning. It just could do with a little bit of love. So I'm going to give it some love and then I will show you around, because it is lovely, and once it's finished it is going to be gorgeous. But if you're new around here, the bathroom got started in June. It is now nearly November and it's not done. You can't fit 2 people in this bathroom. I mean, you can probably see, you like, the wall is there, bath is there, you can probably fit 2 people in here, but you know, not comfortably. It's just been a long old process. But anyway, let me do me clean. Okay, so it isn't done yet, so no total judgment, but this is the tiles. They're gorgeous. So what's left to do is this mirror needs to have electric to it. These lights have gone in and they were put in without checking if they could get electric to them, of which they can't. So these are here for the look, and I mean they do look really, really lovely, but do they work, and will they work by the looks of things? Not. Other things to be done. So the tiling has gone all around the windowsill. The top still hasn't been done. And also, so I've gone for brass, which I think is just so lovely. The issue is every time the shower comes on, it falls down. So that needs sorting, and it's more than just tightening the screw. And it is more than just tightening the screw, because I've tried that and that doesn't work. This tile here, in short form, is going to be pushed back, tiled in, and that will be my shower niche, because it is such a small bathroom. And I've also gone for, when I say a bigger bath, I haven't. I've gone for the same size bath, but a much bigger perimeter of the bath. So I've got less of a bath sill panel, I don't know, and less place for product, and I do like to have product. So I just, because there's not very much room here, when I did have my shower room storage, it just was a little bit tight. So I think pushing that back in will look really nice, and that's the perfect tile to do so. I did buy a shower niche to go in, and it was kind of going to go in there, but apparently the wall wasn't measured first or something or other. I don't know, it's not big enough, as in the wall's not deep enough to have it. So we're going to try and make do with this. I've noticed quite a lot of the grout has started to come out already. Bath panel moves and is scratched, so another one's going in there. And then I've just noticed that there's scratches on the vanity, but there is still the film on it. I don't want to take it off just, oh, obviously I do. I mean, do I try and take it off there to see if it actually is scratched? Because, you know, this isn't good. Toilet isn't siliconed into the floor. The flooring is the same tile as the wall. And even my heated towel rail is brass. I just got that off of Amazon. I could do with a bit of a door paint. This has got very dirty and dusty in the middle of everything, but that I think is a job that I can do. I've got to the point where whatever I can do, I will do. I could do with some little toppers for these so we can't see the screws, but I put that little shelf in under the mirror. I've not really got my products and things out yet because, you know, when there's a man around and there's dust and there's stuff and nobody really respects your things like you do, so I've not really got anything out yet. When I say that this is like the base of the bathroom, this is the very base. This is just what we're working with. What else have we got to do? This little circular thing is still silver. All my products are sort of hiding in the corner there at the moment. There's something else that's going on as well and I can't think what that is. So this is what the grout looks like. So I think these towels could do with being redone, and for some reason this is pink, which is bizarre. And it's all just a little bit messy, so that could do with a redo. But I have belief that in the next week this will be done. And I will have my bathroom and basically my house back to normal. I'm just about to go into my wardrobe anyway and do the autumn winter swap over. Bit boring to watch, so I won't put you through it, but that is my next point of call. I'm starving this evening. Absolutely, Hank Marvin. But that is the bathroom update. I feel like I've been teasing you with, I say, oh yeah, I've been teasing you. It's just been the longest process of my life. And I'm very house proud. I don't like to show things until they're sort of done. And this is 4 months later and we're still not done, but I just can't not show you what's been done so far. You know, it's got to the point where I just keep talking about this bathroom and never actually showing you the bathroom. So here is the bathroom. We do get a person in here. That is my cleaning product basket. But anyway, yes, bathroom. Good morning everybody, it is a fresh day. I'm in my dressing room. I'm never in my dressing room because I feel like it's a room that never feels complete, and the more I don't film in this room, the more I'm not going to hold myself accountable to finish this room. Due to the bathroom incidents that are continuously happening, I have just got to the point where I'm like, I think I'm going to have to start doing some things myself. So this room I'm actually going to start doing myself. The wall that you're not looking at isn't wallpapered. This wallpaper wasn't supposed to go on the wall, and I don't like it, so I think I'm going to take it down somehow at some point, but for now that's okay. It's just this wall here that is not wallpapered in any way, shape or form, and needs sorting out. So that's not a you problem, because I probably won't ever show you really that direction, because I've just figured out I always film that way, and I've just figured out the lighting is so much better this way. So what you don't know is going on behind there won't hurt you, but it is just a white wall that could just do with a touch up, but I'm gonna paint it a different paint, the same as this wall, once that wallpaper is off. But anyway, the reason that I am in my dressing room is not just to hold myself accountable, but what I've realised is I always do these hauls, and this is what I've got and this is what I've been sent, and I never try anything on, and I think it's got to the point where I need to start trying things on and showing you what I've been sent. And I was supposed to be in Scotland next week. I'm now going to Scotland the week after. So 2 vlogs time will be Scotland, and I've got some gorgeous pieces that are incoming for the trip. So Holland Cooper have sent me some beautiful bits, and I'm gonna try them on with you. So I've got 2 boxes and I need some scissors. With our Scotland road trip, I'm going with one of my best friends, Belle, and we're taking the dogs. It's gonna be such a special trip. When I say I can't wait, I'm so excited, and I was so excited to literally leave in a couple of days time, but as I said yesterday, the opportunity that I've got next Friday is, it's just, I can't not go to that. We're going as well. I'll be taking you with me, but that will be on the next video, I think. So it's a Scottish road trip with a bit of a twist, because we're staying in hotels the whole way along, but really bougie, luxury, beautiful hotels. So it is a once in a lifetime trip. It is just a bit of a pinch me moment that I'm in a position where I'm able to organise something like this, but I'm taking my dogs, I'm taking my best friend, and it's just going to be heaven. So very grateful that Holland Cooper have sent me some beautiful pieces to take with. So let's see what's in box number 1. Okay. Tartan shorts. Look at these. Have you ever seen something more beautiful? I think they're the most beautiful pair of shorts I've ever seen. I feel really rubbish that I'm actually just in my slacks right now. I've got big tracky bottoms on as well, and I'm walking in some new leather shoes as well. So I'm literally baggy, really beautiful, expensive Italian leather suede shoes that I bought myself last year, made me cry every single step, and this year I won't have it. I'm gonna wear them in at home. So we'll change things about when it comes to trying them on, but that is item number one. I'm obsessed with these. I hate to use the word obsessed, but I am obsessed with those. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and they're such a lovely length of short as well. We will be trying them on in a second, but they're a very smart pair of shorts that with tights you could even get away with at work. And then box number two. Whilst looking at this room, if you could give me any tips and tricks and what you might do to just sort of liven the room up a little bit. I do just feel like it's a very white, I don't know, uninspiring room. I love my wardrobes. This is my spare bedroom and I dedicated it to my clothing. But yeah, if there's anything that you're looking just from like this space here and you'd think I'd do that with it. And the other issue that I'm facing is the wallpaper that went out in the sort of landing area up the stairs wasn't what I ordered online. And I was away when it went up, and so it was kind of already up. And since the bathroom's been done, same guy did the wallpaper that is doing the bathroom, a lot of that wallpaper's been damaged. And it wasn't really what I was wanting anyway, but I really don't want it when it's damaged. So I'm also thinking of continuing the colour that I'll bring in here into there. That just might be a post-Christmas thing, because I need this house done by November, because like busy season for content creators, vloggers, busy season is November to December. Like, I mean, it's busy all year round, but our like crazy season, especially with Vlogmas coming up. And I am going to do Vlogmas this year, but I don't want a decorator in the house doing Vlogmas. I really don't want that. So that's got to go. He's got to be gone by then. At least on the extension little project, not in the house. I just can't deal with it any longer. He arrived in May and he did joke and he was like, oh, I'll have all that done by Christmas. And at that point, if I was given that expectation, I think I'd have been a little bit more like, okay, because that was what I was like. I was like, a long time, but okay. And he then laughed and joked and said, I'll have everything done in 6 weeks. So then you're given the expectation of 6 weeks. And now it's nearly November. And job one, which was bathroom, still not done. Anyway, next up we've got a new handbag. And I know I'm a girl with many handbags, and I know I'm being sent handbags on the weekly at the moment. But very luckily in this line of work, I get to attend lots of events and do really lovely things, which allows me to really enjoy my handbag collection and have different handbags for different occasions. And this, wow. So this is one of the new handbags, and this is in the chocolate leather. It also comes in an ox blood, which I also think is beautiful. Flying away. And this is actually a colour that I don't have. I do have chocolate handbags, but I don't have a chocolate handbag in this specific shade. And it's a very vintage effect. I can't really describe it. I don't know if I can pop it up really close if you can see, but I don't think by the looks of it the camera's bringing up the true colour. It's absolutely beautiful. Not with this outfit. We'll style it nicely in a second. But I'm also assuming it does. It comes with a crossbody strap. Let me show you the inside of this because she's stunning. Double compartment, zip pocket, and a little card holder in here as well. The quality is beautiful. Gold hardware, of course, because it's Holland Cooper, but I do love the fact that this is very subtly branded. It's just a very classic, timeless, will keep for the rest of your life handbag. I love this. I will more than likely wear this to my very special event that I'm going to next Friday. Anyway, continuing, because there's also two other pieces that I'm taking to Scotland with me. So let's start with the dress. Now obviously with Scotland, beautiful hotels, which mean beautiful dinners. I've been sent this beautiful emerald green dress from Holland Cooper. It's maxi length, it's got a beautiful snaffle bit on the belt. It's giving royal. It's beautiful, so beautiful. I'm in awe of this dress, so I'll try that one on in a second. And then lastly, I love the Essential Roll Necks, Essential Tops tees from Holland Cooper. This one here is as well. This one's just very athleisure, great for editing, cleaning, doing your rounds in, workouts, living the everyday to-day life, and these are as well. They're just very special, elevated basics. So this is the Essential Roll Neck in black. The other day when I was at Hoy's, I wore the sort of crew neck, boat neck version with the shoulder pads. This one doesn't have the shoulder pads. And again, it's an everyday essential. I love a roll neck. I know lots of people don't, but I do love a roll neck. So anyway, let me try these little bits on. And I'm also going to try on what I was sent last week as well, because I didn't try that on. And there's a dress and there's a country coat as well. So let's try these on. What do we think? These are stunning. Wow, I feel like I need to bring you guys down a little bit. Let me try and pop this light on and see if the lighting's any better. It's very dark and grey outside at the second. Ooh, that's better. Outside the weather's kind of gone from hot summer to a little autumn to sort of full winter mode where it's just very grey outside. There's no wind, to be honest. It's actually quite nice. There's not a wind, it's not wet, there's no rain, it's very grey. So I'm going to pair this outfit with these new shoes. I think I showed these to you, maybe in the last vlog, the vlog before, possibly. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. You're very far away from me, so I can't see anything, but hopefully you can see something, and hopefully you think this looks lovely. The Essential Basics, as I said, they are such a staple. They wash so well, they wear so well. There's lots of different colours. They're really lightweight, so they're perfect for the winter as a layering option. You can get a lovely cardi over the top, a big jumper, another big coat over the top and keep yourself warm, or for this time of year when you do just want to be covered and you want to look stylish, put together in the part, which these are perfect for, but also not too hot. If the afternoon weather was to pick up a couple of temperatures, you're not going to sweat through these, you know. They're wonderful. And the shorts, these are my first pair of tailored shorts, I think, from Holland Cooper. And what I say, I think I actually know I don't have any tailored shorts. They fit so beautifully. I'm not a short person. I haven't got the thighs for short skirts and shorts. I'm really trying to sort of do something every day to help my confidence with my legs in shorter things. But I've got a lovely sort of lean torso, always had a really long lean waist. And even when I've really gone for it in the gym or whatever, my legs are still, I still just don't feel right with them. Whereas I feel like with these shorts, because they're cut so well, I feel like with me, it's anything that's tight on the leg and high that I don't get on with unless it's a particular length. Like I actually have to, I don't know, maybe I should start getting things tailored to what makes me feel good. But these are the sort of length that I don't feel like that in. I actually feel really confident and comfortable in these, which is a real rarity for me. But that is outfit number one. I feel like a fairy princess in this one. It needs a steam. It does need a steam. And obviously the hair's not done, the makeup's not really there, but this styled beautifully for evening. And I love the length of these sleeves because I feel so confident having, you know, my arms out. There's nothing worse than dresses that honestly just make you feel like your arms are this size even though they're not, you know? Whereas with this, oh, she's just beautiful. I love her. Styling as an evening bag. What do we think? I think this is stunning. It's so timeless as well. Yeah, very excited to have dinner in Scotland wearing this dress. Well, next up we've got this stunning midi dress on. Well, I love this one. This is the houndstooth mini dress that I showed you in my last video, I think. And I've just paired it with these gorgeous suede boots. Again, I hope you can see. I can't see anything. Then I thought we could try on the very beautiful country coat in the cognac suede from Holland Cooper. Again, I think it was in the last video that I showed you this. It might not go with this outfit, but She's pretty, isn't she pretty? Honestly, can't see a thing. That's actually what I'm honestly wanting to say. I love this. I'm actually probably going to go and do a doggy walk in this in a minute because they're due a walk and this is absolutely beautiful. And I just love, I think I mentioned this on my last vlog, if I come up closer, I love how this is almost like a, I want to say the word dirty, but it's not. It's like a vintagey, rusticy brass. Not dirty brass, but you know what I mean? Like it's a worn brass as opposed to, obviously, with Holland Cooper, for example, on the top of this dress. HC, very well known for its gold buttons and its modern approach to country styling, etc. Whereas this is sort of taking it back to basics. And I love it very much. So, I don't think I've got anything else to show you today. I think I will let you go now. I think I'll allow you to finish watching me do my little fashion haul. You know when you're a child and you come home and try everything on and do the whole fashion walk with your parents? Well, today that is you. Well. We've got some different clothes on. It's one of those I'm like, I don't know whether it's worse or better because I've now got leggings on because I'm soon to go walk my doggos and, oh, turn that heating off, it's boiling down here. Oh God, it's so warm. With very thick socks on and my killer loafers. But in the kitchen today, it's all going on. I have got big gammon in the slow cooker, which has been on for a very long time. And the reason for my gammon, well, I love ham, basically. And I am absolutely done with paying supermarket prices for processed meat, basically cooked meat. So I'm assuming that's something I can probably do myself. It is also, I'm very aware, very much in the midst of autumn. And I've not cooked or baked anything pumpkin-y yet, so that changes today. It is, I think, the 14th of October, something like that. And I've got bananas that need using, so I'm going to make a banana pumpkin loaf and sourdough in the shape of a pumpkin, with pumpkin inside of it, with like a cinnamon swirl middle. How that's going to turn out, this is a trial and error, so we're going to start somehow, somewhere with something. So before we go sort these doggos out on their walk, let's go in the kitchen. Penny is on. You may actually recognise this because I bought this in New York and I'm so glad that I did. She is absolutely gorgeous and perfect for the autumn in the burgundy, but also perfect for the word that I won't yet mention, but I'm very excited for. Anyway, I'm going to be doing my usual sourdough recipe, which I won't bore you with, but if you just want it quick style, 3 cups of plain flour, 1 cup of warm water and 1 cup of sourdough. Good bit of salt mixed together. That is your basic sourdough recipe, but I'm going to be adding maybe 2 tablespoons of pumpkin and some honey to get it sweeter because it's going to be a nice sweet loaf today. So, moving and juggling everything around, I'm also going to be filming for TikTok all at the same time, so let's get all my bits together. Susie here, ready to go. I fed her. Yeah, she's ready. Oh my gosh, she is literally, when I say, I can't really show you the bubbling because, hang on, I don't know if you can actually see her moving. She is so ready to come out. But we've got Suze here. Susie's back. Susie is my starter if you're new around here. I'm not crazy, well maybe I am a little bit. Bread flour, I just use Supermarket's own. Let's get that to focus, there we go. This is, I think this is Asda's. Yep, Fake by Asda. Table salt, which is also Asda's own. And, oh, I wanted pumpkin covered in flour. Which I think I got this off of Amazon last year. I'm very sorry, I have got a very small kitchen, so I've either got to be at the very other end of it to show you my head and product, but basically the next step in the house. So, okay, so the slight issue that we've had so far is as my decorator was doing the bathroom, there's been a big leak. A quick kitchen update, which I'd love before Vlogmas filming starts. So, up above me is just empty space, of which I have such little room in my kitchen, and I'm not a hoarder, but I am a hoarder. I have a lot of stuff that is sort of everywhere that doesn't have a home, and if I had cupboard space up there, you know, it just would make life, I think it would just make life a lot easier and tidier. And I'd kind of like this side, I won't show you this side, I could do with that side boxed in really as well. But anyway, decorator's been doing the bathroom, and when doing the bathroom didn't pop the toilet and the sink and everything upstairs that was sort of water based in properly, and so quite a big leak, as we can see there. So the whole ceiling in the kitchen needs to be redone. My kitchen light is horrible and only one works. This one's never worked. I'd quite like spotlights in here because the lighting is never great. I repainted the kitchen because I did that and I'm not very good at painting. So that could be done with being redone before Christmas. And then I just think if everything's a bit tidier, then I can, and it's like, when I say tidier, it's not that my kitchen's dirty or untidy. It's just on top of the fridge I'm looking at all of my Ninja creamy pots. I'll show you. Why not? You can see I don't have a ladder because I only painted as far as I could reach. So if all of this was boxed in as in kitchen cupboards, it would just make everything a lot easier. Tidier and more aesthetic for yours truly. Right now, the headless woman is there. So and here's my starter, my water, a little salt and a little agave nectar because I'm out of honey, and I'm just gonna pop it in. I'm quite scared to do this, to be fair, but I've got 2 quite big tablespoons of pumpkin. And then I'm going to give that a good mix. Okay, well, next up is the pumpkin banana bread, and I'm starting off with 3 ripe bananas. YouTube, say hi to TikTok. TikTok, say hi to YouTube. These are disgustingly ripe. Ew! Give those a good mash. And then I'm going in with 3 tablespoons of canned pumpkin, 2 eggs, vanilla measured with the heart, oh, she's ugly. For sugar, 1 cup of dark brown sugar and half a cup of butter, which I'm going to dice because otherwise I'll be a pain in the ass. Measuring with the heart, but a little nutmeg. I am out of cardamom, otherwise I'll have some cardamom, a good bit of cinnamon. You want all the cinnamon in there really. And a little ginger as well. Plain flour. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a little whisk. Oh, and a little bit of salt actually. I'm going to be a little bit naughty and do this half and then pop a layer of Biscoff through, and then the second half. Light brown sugar sprinkled on the top to create a nice crunchy crust. Wow, excuse the fact that my oven is falling apart by the looks of it. I'm going to put this to cool over here. Just stretched and folded my sourdough. My gosh, it's all going on. And I'm just now going to pop my gammon in to crisp up the top and then take the dogs for a walk whilst that's in. Because that has literally been in all day long. I'm going to attempt to do it with a pair of these. Look at that. It's already scored on the top, which is perfect. It makes life so much easier. All I did... What was I going on about? All I really did was chuck this in the slow cooker as it was, covered it with water with a couple of bay leaves and some peppercorns and some nutmeg I think I put into the water. So it's slightly spicy, which is perfect for the autumn. I've just drizzled it in honey. And then I love chili jam like nothing else, and I haven't got very much left in this one, so I might just use the remainder over my gammon. There's really not very much in here, but enough hopefully just to add a little something. I could open another one, but my CPA. Just want to make sure it's in all the crevices, as is all of the honey. This chili jam's got jalapenos in it as well actually, so it's got really lovely, very slight kick, but my gosh, it's so flavourful. This is just from Lidl, but I think Asda do one with jalapenos as well. I mean, I'm assuming they maybe all do, but this one is a little one and it's lovely and it's really not expensive. I need to go to the little post box around the corner as well because someone's delivered a letter that's not for me and I want to make sure it gets to the right person. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, not that high because I want it to stay in there and kind of slow cook a little bit as well. My camera is going to die before it decides to focus. Well, I'm just on a little walk to my most local little post box and everything is so leafy, but I'm really annoyed. I wanted to come down and get some little foot pictures, I know that sounds bizarre, but of my wellies in these leaves. And they were really orange and yellow yesterday, and within a day, less orange and yellow, which is less fun. But I'm taking this down and then I'm going to go grab my doggos and go for a lovely walk. But I say lovely walk, it is very grey. There is it's just cloud basically up above my head. But I've got my new coat on, which I love very much. It's lovely. There's my post box. Oh my gosh, it's a bit cold, everybody. But there's some nice orange ones. Right, that's in there. And now let's go see these leaves. This is so much better. I love this time of year. Look at the leaves here. Camera died, but the best leafage ever. Okay, we've got the doggies. Walkies begins. Bit tired by the time we get to the top of the hill. The pace slows down. A little bit more. I've got this camera now flashing at me as well, but hang on, let me move you backwards. But the cake is delicious. Look at the gammon. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to leave it to cool before I carve it, but I've also just run to Tesco to get some milk and butter, and I've got some baking jacket potatoes as well. So I'm going to have ham, jacket potatoes, and still obviously carve it for a snack. But I should hopefully get quite a good bit of ham from that for £6. It just depends on how well I carve it. But I think usually in Tesco, continue up, something stupid like 2 packets for £4.50 or something for 4 slices of ham. So we've definitely got more than 4 slices there. So we are already winning. Nice and wide. It is still quite sticky. It's probably the stickiest loaf I've worked with, but obviously that's because I've added the pumpkin, which is more liquid. So I've got my cinnamon sugar mix here. I've done a 1/3 cup of cinnamon, just under, to a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to spread about half of it lengthways. This might be quite cinnamony, but I'm also thinking it will cook itself through. Then I saw someone doing this instead of spreading it at the top of here with a bit of mixture, but I can use that elsewhere. That is fine. Maybe go for a little bit more at the end. We can do a big clean up in a second. I basically rolled it at this point, which is where it gets a bit nerve-wracking. And then you want to just make sure all the ends are fully closed. Ah, please come up, please. Kind of reform it into a dough. And then still sticky. Actually really sticky. Kind of scared with this one. Haven't done this before. It could go one way or the other, but we will find out in the morning. It in. Hi, good morning everybody. The sun is shining. We haven't seen sunshine, oh my gosh, in the longest time. It is nearly time to check on my bread. My bread is out the oven. It's been cooling for about an hour and a half. Probably shouldn't carve into it this soon, but I'm getting impatient. But before I do so, this is my other order from Next, which I'm very excited about. Then, once I've done that, we're gonna go and spend the day with my pony, which is always my favouriteest of days, and especially because the sun's shining, I couldn't actually have chosen a better day to have done this week. My bread does just look a little bit flat. I think the problem is because it's like I'm not that used to scoring, and she was probably out of the fridge, between fridge to Dutch oven, for about 5 minutes, and so she has just lost her volume a little bit. She's not the curviest of gals. With all these things, specifically with hobbies, everything is trial and error. It's a journey at the end of the day. So this is so bloody cute. Wow, okay. So this is for my eggs. I love Next. Next are just very innovative. They have very cute things. What are we going to call her before she comes out? Henrietta. This is Henrietta, my mother hen, which will contain all of my eggs going forwards. How cute is this? I saw her and I just knew I needed her. So here we have the latest member to the family, Henrietta. Anyway, let's go check on this bread. Okay. As we can see, she is just a bit flat, you know? She's also not crunchy. A little bit, maybe. This could be a flop, guys. This could be a flop. I think it'll taste good. It's just, I don't know. Kind of just not, you know? Could be better. I'm scared. The woman was too stunned to speak. What the hell? We need to try a little bit now, don't we? Let's just have a little... Oh, I saw somebody actually. They chopped their bread lengthways and then they cut it this way. I think it was Emily, the nutritionist. And then she consistently got the perfect slices of bread if it was chopped that way. I'm waiting on some new freezer bags to arrive today, so I'm not going to chop it just yet. Keep it together for a second. Okay, this is without anything on it. This is just as it is. There is some cinnamon butter all around the top. Cinnamon butter, cinnamon mixture. What? Excuse my French, but holy shit. And cue the voiceover. If you're new around here, this is my snuggly little stallion Ringo. There's nothing he loves more than a good pamper day. Starting with the solo comb, a pain-free solution to mane pulling, and he loves his barber's appointments more than anything else, as you can see. I've honestly had these livery man clippers for 3 years and I've still never charged them. For the Charlotte Tilbury of the horse world, this is Naked Horse. Discount code is in the description box. But this stuff is pure magic. Applied straight to coat and mane and or for hot clothing, this is the best thing in your grooming kit. They also do a spa box for the horse as well, and it's such a lovely treat, especially around Christmas time. It was now time for his massage appointment. And now for the pedi spa. Again, this is part of the spa box of Naked Horse. It comes in a bright orange box, which looks like a mez. It's honestly gorgeous. And an hour later, my pampered pooch is ready to ride. He's just so snuggly sometimes. And today was a real snuggly day. And now meet Bridget. This is Bridget the Jacker Wawa, who loves to ride Ringo. Bridle is on, saddle pad Lemure, of course, saddle on, last brush of Mr. Crazy Mane, who's always a little bit of a scruff ball. And then heading to the indoor arena. I actually love riding in the evenings. I find it so therapeutic to end my day like this. And being at a livery yard where there's an indoor arena, honestly, there is nothing like this in the winter. And as a fair weather rider, there is no excuses for me when I have an indoor either. We popped the lights on as it was starting to get a little dark. I practiced my up downs, he practiced his circles, he had his donkey donuts, and then I turned him back out into the field for his final week of out at night. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. It is grey, it is dark out there. It is that time of the month for me, and my skin today. My skin is never this bad. I literally never get spots on my forehead, and I've got spots on my forehead. So I've got the pimple patches on that I get them on Amazon. I'll leave them linked. They're the cheaper ones you can get, but they're from the brand CosRx, and I love CosRx as a skincare brand anyway. And they're about £3, I think, for about 20 spot patches, and they work. They're really good. So no makeup today. We're having a very slouchy day, and drum roll please, I am beginning the Vlogmas planning. I went to bed doing a little bit last night. I didn't sleep that well, and then I woke up this morning and remembered probably why I didn't sleep that well. Alone, on my own, I do love a thriller, but I like to watch a thriller with somebody. Watched The Woman in Cabin 10 on Netflix, the new Keira Knightley film. So good. So good, but my heart the whole way through was like bum 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 bum. So I am a little tired today. So I got my coffee, and I'm still loving my Ninja coffee machine. Honestly, that has really changed my life. I could not be without that. And with Black Friday coming up, I'm not sure what deals they're doing, but Ninja always does do really good deals. So I'll leave it linked to my Amazon, and then if you just keep checking throughout the month of November if you're wanting to invest, then I'm sure it'll come down. I've got the bigger one. There's two sizes, and as you can see, the big one's not that big. It still fits under a countertop, but it's got the grinder that's integrated. Everything is just in one place, and it's just so easy. The coffee is amazing. I do need to get some better coffee beans. I do really like these coffee beans, but I do think there's probably better ones out there. I've used white chocolate syrup today as well. Delicious. So yes, Vlogmas planning, and I read a book for the first time in a very long time, probably about 10 vlogs ago now. I said to you guys I wanted to start reading Riders, and I just couldn't get into it. And for me, I sometimes need to read a book that I know is going to grip me to get me into a book reading mood. And I read the latest Lucy Foley thriller. What was it called? Not sure. Brilliant. Brilliant. Read it very quickly. So I'm actually going to restart Riders today, especially after the news of Jilly Cooper. Very sad. So I'm going to do that once I've done a little bit more Vlogmas planning. It's quite difficult with Vlogmas planning because things come in last minute, and you do want to be a little bit sporadic and just involve your life, but having a slight plan does just help with the stress and the anxiety. I do think I'm going to be doing it every other day this year, but there will probably be bonus uploads in between, I should imagine. I feel like I'm really, how do I put this? I've always loved my YouTube channel, and I've always loved creating videos. I just feel like I'm loving it now, to a point where I've never really been in this position where I can't wait to edit my vlogs. I can't wait to start filming each week for new vlogs. And I'm just in a really, whether it's the time of year, and I am a lot more creative at this time of year, but I just feel really comfortable and happy on YouTube now, and I just feel like we're growing, and we are just, I don't know, I just love my community. I just love you guys. I love my community on YouTube, and I'm really excited for this Vlogmas. So definitely turn on the notifications, even if it's just in December, because there might be the odd day where it's every day. Maybe. We'll see. That is my Saturday, and then I'm picking my mum up from the airport this evening. She's in Mallorca. She's got a lovely little, what do they call it? I think they call it a finca in Mallorca. Like it's not a villa. It could be a villa. It could be lovely. But she's had it for, oh gosh, I would have been not newly born, but I wasn't very old. She's had it a long time and not really done anything with it. And the original people that had it, they'd started to build a bigger house next to it. So it's like a little bungalow. And they started to build a house, and Mum never continued with that. I think that's still there. I think like the planning of it's still there. She just likes to go over and just you know, have a sweep up, enjoy some time in the sunshine. And she goes over a couple of times a year just to enjoy, bless her. But anyway, Strictly Come Dancing's on this evening. But anyway, I'm going to continue with this. And it's time to love and leave you. Doggy 1 and doggy 2, they say goodbye. There's a waggy tail going on, isn't there? And I hope to see you next week. I hope you loved this video. Have the best week ever, and I will see you soon.